upadana karana, it's to negate that there's any other thing that the world could have come from. It's only for the purpose of that cause, which is only known through Vedanta. It's not an inference like the watchmaker. You infer that there must be this universe is so must have a cause, so that cause has to be Ishvara. That's an inference. But Shankara says in the Brahma Sutras, this is not Anumana. How do you know it? Only from the Shruti. And when you examine your own experience, that from which everything comes, everything arises in Atma, in consciousness. Everything abides there. That into which everything goes, that is Brahman. That is to be inquired into. When you inquire into it, you'll see it's the only reality. And everything that appeared is not Atman and not Pratak. It has no existence apart from me. It's not, it has no reality in itself. It's not Svatantra. Whatever appears has to appear dependent on me. Ishvara. That's why in relation to them, I'm Ishvara. I'm the Sakshi. So this is the Vedantic position. If Comans wants to make it into a real thing, that there's a real cause besides Brahman that projects the world with all the jivas. And each jiva has that's the upadana karana for adhyasa even, that my misconception, the real cause of it is this. All I can do is get rid of my misconception. How will it remove this avidya? Some of them said, well, it does remove it because vidya is opposed to avidya. So when you get vidya, it'll remove it. It's like saying, if I called you by the name of Vidya, Michael, I've given you a new name, you're a Vidya. If I get to know you, you'll be destroyed. But by knowing you, hey, Vidya, how you doing?
My great fear. Got to know.
Impossible. Okay, so that's the thing about that's exactly what
fool.
He's complaining about, that Ishwar is the creator. No. Because you think there's a world, we say Brahman is the creator. Vedanta doesn't want to say there's a creator and a creation. That's not, it's the anupaya for purpose of teaching. Ignorant people who think there's a world. Why does the world appear? Not because Brahman was creating it, but because of, I don't know Brahman. My ignorance. That Brahman is said to be the cause. Anyata Atma Jagat Karanam, he says in the Vartika. The cause of the world is the unknown self. Because ignorance is abhava. The world is not abhava, the world is mithya. Ignorance is abhava, it can't cause anything. But the unknown self, the unknown rope, is why the snake is appearing. The cause of the snake is the unknown rope. The cause of the world is the unknown self. You could put it like that. Anyata Atma Jagat Karana. When I know the self, Atma Jnana, Jagat Badita, because it was the effect of not knowing. Anyata Grahana was the effect of Agrahana. This is Vedanta. Where is he going with this? Realism? Anybody can knock that off. What's his proof that there's an avidya shakti that covers Brahman? No Christian ever knew about this. No Buddhist ever knew about it. It's unique to Vedanta, this idea of avidya. There's no pramana for it. It's a thing of dispute. But when Shankara says we've mixed up the subject of the object and the object, he says sarva loka prataksha. It's not a matter of dispute. It's within everyone's common experience. This thing is a hypothetical ontological Shakti that you have to destroy. It's nothing more than a theological dogma. It makes Vedanta into Dvaita. It makes the whole thing real. Mukti is real when you really remove that beginningless avidya. You really get mukti. There really are jnanis, and they really see the world. The whole thing is real because the mind, what he said, that SSS is so radical. Shankara is the radical.
Good.
The Shruti is
It's
the
the
radical.
Shruti is, that's right. Shruti is radical.
How much more radical can you be than where one doesn't see another, hear another, know another? That is Bhuma. That is Amrita.
It's not Shruti.
That's the Shruti.
Reality. Reality is radical. That's what it is. Reality is radical because avidya is really what's radical. Reality is real.
So it's the question always comes up.
Radical.
If avidya is the cause of the whole problem, why is there even avidya?
Right.
But to ask for the cause of avidya is already to be, because the truth is, what is the ultimate truth? There never was any avidya, nor the effect of avidya. We come to realize in me, there never nasit, nasti, na bhavishyati. There's neither avidya or vidya. There's no jnanis or agyanis. The whole thing was in avidya, that there's adhyasa, and it gets removed by the vakya, and there's vakya jnana that culminates in avakya artha jnana. That's not the tatparyam. Those are all upayas. The apavada is that there's not even ignorance.
Right.
It's merely
232.
But it's in everyone's common experience that they say, I am this and this is mine. Sarva naisargiko, I am loka vyavahara. So that's where we start. But Vedantas don't believe that there's a vidya. You're the one who says there's a world. We say for the purpose of teaching, that's because of avidya. But when the truth is known, there never was a vidya, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is the real Vedanta. The idea that Vedanta teaches that there's an avyakrita, unmanifest, indescribable, indeterminate bhava rupa shakti. That's the real cause for the creation. And it covers over avarana shakti. And it makes the whole universe appear at the time of creation. And while it's here, even further, it abides in all of the objects as well as in the jivas. It permeates the whole thing. And somehow, and that's why it's the same as Maya. It's not different. There's avidya Maya. And we're all fooled by it. And we have to get rid of this avidya Maya. And because it's causing us suffering. So how do you do it? When you know the self, you'll get rid of it. So it's all real. The mukti is real. The bondage is real. The getting rid of it is real. The mukti will have a beginning in time. They don't understand the method of Vedanta. That none of that was real. Even the teaching that about adhyasa is not paramarthika. It was merely for the purpose of teaching that we talk about avidya. That there is a misconception in vyavahara between the subject and the object. But in deep sleep, there's neither avidya or vidya. There's only the self. I never had the vidya, and I never needed to get any vidya to remove it. Aham nitya shuddha buddha mukta swabhava. This is the radical Advaita. If you don't understand the method of Vedanta, that from the empirical point of view we accept the vidya as a misconception, that's the anartha bija. What is that? You don't know yourself. The unknown self is the cause of all your suffering. And when you know the self, that anartha bija will get destroyed, because atma anavabodha is the very source of that. So when you get atma avabodha, then the anavabodha goes and the bija anartha goes. This is how Vedanta. The other way you can take it is that the mula vidya was causing the whole universe with all the jivas, and each jiva was suffering in their own beginningless ignorance. They also, since this ignorance is anadi, every jiva is anadi, and their ignorance is anadi. They have individual ignorance. They all think, I am this and this is mine. So all they can remove, this is, I don't know if this, some of the Bhamati Vivarana guys were saying this. Some people said knowledge removes the root ignorance somehow. Others said, no, the root ignorance remains. But the misconception can go. The reason the world appears is not because of my misconception. That's drishti shrishti. It appears because of the maya of Ishvara, his shakti, the world is appearing. But the jnani, since his misconception, he knows that it's maya. He knows it's all Ishvara's maya. And he knows that he's one with Ishvara. So he's not fooled by it. But the mula vidya that's making the world appears continues for even the jnani. That is how Thomas Comans understands Vedanta. Michael Comans understands Vedanta.
Yeah, that's right. Well, the question is, what is his